Kisumu.
The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission warns of runaway corruption if Parliament passes the amended Conflict of Interest Bill 2023. The bill, which originally proposed conflict of interest as a criminal offence, was altered by both the National Assembly and the Senate. Conflict of interest was removed from the list of criminal offences, and EACC also removed as the bill's implementing authority. As KTN's David Muthoka reports, the anti-corruption watchdog is concerned governors, cabinet secretaries and other elected leaders may award tenders to themselves or their relatives once the bill passes, unless President William Ruto intervenes.
The war against corruption and theft of public resources is likely to suffer a major setback if Parliament passes the amended Conflict of Interest Bill of 2023 with the changes made to it by both the National Assembly and the Senate. When it first reached the floor of the House last year with the blessings of the Cabinet, the bill proposed that all public officers, including the President and the Deputy President, should declare their wealth within 30 days of appointment and every 2 years thereafter. It further proposed that spouses and children under 18 years of public officers should also disclose their wealth. This was to ensure the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission and other investigative bodies flag any sudden unexplained wealth in public officials' possession, including that of their spouses and relatives, through government tenders. Had the bill passed without changes, public officers and their relatives would have been barred from doing business with the government due to conflict of interest. But both the National Assembly and the Senate made changes to the bill, removing conflict interest from the list of criminal offences and EACC as the bill's implementing authority.
That is a dangerous move if the bill becomes law, because conflict of interest is the bedrock of the major scandals and the major corruption cases that EACC investigates, including the cases out of which 10 governors are in court today.
The bill has now left the Senate back to the National Assembly for concurrence, and with the National Assembly likely to endorse it, the fear of it passing is becoming much more real by the day.
If there is a conflict of interest in the award of a tender, that means standards will be compromised because it is the officials or their family members doing business, while at the same time it is those officials that are supposed to ensure that the right thing is done.
Once passed and signed into law by President William Ruto, EACC warns that public officers will be able to do business with the government without having to look over their shoulders. If the bill reaches the president's desk with these changes, the EACC is calling on the president to reject it, arguing that it no longer reflects the bill that was approved by the cabinet, which the president himself chairs.
Where there is conflict of interest, the procurement laws and the regulations are not followed, goods and the services that are not rendered are paid for, shoddy work is done, because those people doing the work are at the same time the ones with the responsibility of ensuring prudent management of public resources.
EACC spokesperson Eric Ngombe further raised concerns of budgeted corruption in the 4 trillion shilling budget for the next financial year, a concern also raised by Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka.
EACC will remain on the lookout and monitor the execution of budgets relating to various institutions to flag out existing projects where corrupt people may have budgeted and allocated money with a view to stealing it later.
David Muthoka, KTN News, Nairobi.